And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life.
Please.
Farewell,
Oh my
Stanley.
god. Wait, no. Wait, narrator, please. We can talk about this. Please, please, please. Hey guys, how's it going? It is me, Meme Chronicles, and we are back with some more, the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Oh, please enter the current time. What time is it? It's 7, I'm gonna put 7:56. Not AM, PM. Yeah, I don't know if I looked at that last time, so. Oh god, okay, never mind. 7:56, hold on. Give me a minute. There we go. Yeah, that time. Sure. Hang on. Yes? Oh. Before we get started, can I just say something? Sure. Thank you for actually setting the clock both times you booted up the game. Oh, no problem. A lot of people don't take that step seriously. They just leave the clock set at 12 and call it a day. But you're actually taking the time to set the clock, and I appreciate that. Well, thank you, good sir. That's how I know that you care about this experience. You're paying attention. Oh, well, I just feel so appreciated. I don't even have any way of knowing if the times that you're setting are correct. Tell you what, I'll make you a deal. Okay? Since you've been so cooperative, next time you boot up the game and see the screen, just set the clock to your favorite time. Go ahead, pick whichever time you want, even if it's not the correct time. You've earned it. Okay. It doesn't seem super significant, but yeah, that's cool. I'll let you get back to the video game now. Okay, thank you. Well, that's a cute little intro. That's so... I love how interactive this game is. That is incredible. So, last time we pretty much all obey and all disobey, and then all obey until the very end. That's all we did. So, we'll see what the heck happens next, I guess. Because there's so many more combinations, right? Because all of the different ways you can go in the obeying way. And
this is the story of a man named...
And all the different ways you can go in the disobeying way, right? So... Is that new? Is that must have been there before.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Yeah.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I must have, honestly, guys, right? It's so obvious.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
My left. No. Yes. Okay. I'm trying to find the path. Okay. Simple
Yet
enough.
there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Down? I'm gonna go down. What's in the basement? Oh, what's this? Oh, nothing. Okay, weird. Cool.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk?
Fair
All
enough,
because
honestly.
he believed everyone had vanished?
Yeah, it's
His
ridiculous.
boss would think he was crazy.
Exactly.
And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar.
Yes.
Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief.
I mean,
Stanley
it makes
felt
sense.
to have finally found an answer,
Repeating
an
rooms.
explanation.
Everyone
His
blinking out
co-workers
of
weren't
existence.
actually
See,
gone.
there's a spelled coffee
He wasn't
again.
going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy
double
this while
repeated.
I'm still
Okay,
lucid.
weird.
So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield.
Hold on
and
a
it too
second.
appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid?
Well, he's learned, obviously.
Entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life.
Okay.
Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley.
Yeah.
After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream.
It had
Did
to
the voice
be.
not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How
Exactly.
else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream.
Okay. How
So
would
he
I do
closed
that?
his eyes gently, and he invited
Okay.
himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin,
Blanket.
the
Okay.
press of the
So I
mattress
am
on his
dreaming.
back,
That makes sense.
the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing
Yes.
the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been.
Okay.
My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine.
I mean, doesn't sound like
I
a
am okay.
great life, but okay. Damn it.
Stanley began screaming.
Okay.
Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me
Oh,
I'm
it's
real.
going red,
I must
guys.
be
I'm
real.
seeing
I must
red.
be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Oh.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Excuse me?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself,
Oh, God.
and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
Oh, God.
And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. and then she turned and ran.
Okay.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Oh. Was that labeled before? Or did I just not notice?
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
What if I don't? I'm just gonna sit here.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
What if I want to be here? I love duct tape. It's so fun, guys. You have no idea.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything.
I know.
At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Fair enough. I love this broom closet, guys.
Are you really still in the broom closet?
Yes.
Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some
spite
explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Just spite. Pure spite, honestly, yeah. That's about the only reason.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right?
Yeah.
If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story.
Okay, but now that you say that, it makes me think that it is.
I never would have thought to mention it.
Yeah, that's what they all say, guys, yeah. Never believe them, these
Maybe
narrator
to you,
folks.
This is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
Guys, come on now. This is completely normal, right?
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Wow.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed in front of your screen. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming.
There you go.
So that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them.
Yes, you
All
need the right person.
When you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
No. Is that it? Is it not going to go on? I really want it to go on. That was incredible. I loved every second of that. Apparently I'm addicted to drugs and hookers, so that's incredible. Oh, do I really want to, though? This has been such an exhilarating experience in the broom closet, guys. It's the answer to the entire game. This broom closet, it's everything. Alright.
Second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
Oh my god.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay. Okay, so if I go downstairs, that's the repeating hallway. Still an average bathroom. To be rich is it a crime to commit crimes? Isn't it rich? What a life it would be to have to pick just one. That doesn't rhyme. Okay, 2845?
Stepping into his manager's office,
Yeah.
Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story
Don't do
as
the
quickly
music
as
again,
possible,
please.
he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
Don't do the music
That
again.
kind of anxiety
No,
isn't
wait,
healthy.
please.
So he
I
relaxed
just want
for
to-
a few moments with some calming New Age music. Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Oh, I want to punch something so bad. Button. Oh, right. Okay. Now this. Oh. That damn music. Oh, that is awesome. I love that so much. Oh, this game is incredible. Okay, but I gotta figure
Descending
out
deeper into
what's
the building,
happening though.
Stanley
I gotta
realized he
find the
felt a bit
lore,
peculiar.
you know, the lore of
It was
it
a
all.
stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to
And
question the nature
I won't
of
go
his
into
job.
the mind
Why did
control
he feel
facility.
this
I'll just
now,
hit the
when for
escape
years
route.
It had never
Yeah.
occurred to him. This question would not go unanswered for long.
Because I did everything in the control facility.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door.
'Cause
that
I
read
got the good
Mind
ending.
Control facility.
Well, yeah, good ending where I completely followed him, and then I got the slightly bad ending, and I don't think there's another choice you can do, because none of those buttons helped, right? Unless I was completely doing it wrong. I'm just
Although
gonna
this
escape.
passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Yeah, sure. I know you to be a truth
The
teller.
door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point,
isn't shut.
Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward
Yeah.
and willingly confront his death.
Of course. And it's not scary at all. Come on, guys. Like, come on. Who would be scared of such a thing? Right? Right? This isn't. Was that death? That was death. It's just falling. Okay. Oh. Ow. Oh my
As the
god.
machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise,
Demise?
it reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever.
What?
Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story. Trapped
Wait,
forever
no,
in his
hold on a
narrow
second.
vision of
Wait,
what
I
this
can't
world
jump.
is.
There's no jump button.
Perhaps
I
his
forgot.
death was
There's
of
no.
no great loss,
Wait, hold.
like plucking
I'm
the
talking over
eyeballs
you,
from
but
the
like, wait a
brain
second.
And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life.
Please.
Farewell,
Oh my
Stanley.
god. Wait, no. Wait, narrator, please. We can talk about this. Please, please, please.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator,
What?
as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Wait. Oh. Oh. Who is this? Who am I talking to now?
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
The Stanley Parable? Is this like the first one? Oh my. Oh my.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, Death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see
Oh,
now?
is this heaven?
Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Office layout, yeah. And the 2 doors. Yeah, corridor. The pacing of this opening section was important to get right. The corridor has been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches the 2 doors in a good time. Okay. The 2 doors. I can't read. I'm not even gonna try and read that. Never mind. Ignore me. Interesting. It's just a desk. The office. Okay, the button sounds, right? Right? The buttons. Yeah, the buttons. I remember the buttons. Interesting. Interesting. Again, interesting. I'm not clicking it. Okay. Funky. And then just computers. Cool. Awesome. I'm gonna go this way. 431 to 436. Maintenance room. An early version of the maintenance room. Oh, if with none of the like textures and the walls and stuff. The stuff that we saw. Ignore the sounds. My dog is playing with my sister. Warzone. Oh my god. Early in development, we designed an ending where Stanley would end up on a battlefield fighting aliens. The action game would become sentient and would wage war against the narrator. We realized shortly after starting to build it that it was far too jokey and on the nose for the tone of the game. Plus, some people interpreted it as making fun of people who like shooters, which was not our intention. Oh. The lounge, yes. Worth the visit, guys. Highly recommend. Wait a second. Oh. A timer would give you 15 seconds to pick up the phone. Not picking up the phone would lead to a different ending. Okay, can't interact with it. Is this like a museum of the first game? Meeting room. Yes. Makes sense. All adds up. Funky. What? What is this? Zending model. Went through many iterations. This room represents the 4th version of the ending. And we thought it was complete, but decided to abandon and change it again shortly before launch. Oh. What is happening? There's just monitor room elevator. Countdown desk. Yeah, that looks familiar. Freedom ending. Got that. Yeah, okay. Makes sense. Freedom ending. Yeah, okay. Makes sense. So I went through there. Okay. So this boss's office, yeah.
Possible for the player to do anything in this room. Perfect example of poor level design. Textbook mistake. It's the kind of thing you'd pick up on intuitively if you had even the most fundamental understanding of good and bad game design. But of course, you being you, you'll probably spend the next hour trying to solve it. Here, I'm just going to make this easy on you. Stanley jumped in the river.
Oh, excuse me. Interesting. So, like, they put all of the audio that he did and didn't put in the game into that room. That's cool. Oh, what's this? Office clock. Okay, so this is just sections of the game. I'm just gonna keep walking on through because this is. Whoa. Excuse me? Okay. I'll just keep walking then. Hi.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. how they both wish to be free.
Do I turn on the Stanley Parable? No, I turn it off.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No.
Not
perhaps
really.
not. Sometimes these things cannot be
I mean,
seen.
I was lost in that dark abyss place, but that's
But
about
listen
it.
to me. You can still
Oh,
save
what?
those two. You can
Wait,
stop
hold on a
the
second.
program before they both fail.
How do I
Turn off
leave?
your Xbox. There's no other way to beat this game.
How do you know it's an
As long as you
Xbox?
move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path.
Wait,
Stop
so what?
now and
I don't
be
want to
your
turn it
only
off,
true
though.
Choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
New content?
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Well, I guess this is the ultra deluxe version of the Stanley Parable, so... What is happening?
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you
No
may
problem.
know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013
Oh
on
my.
home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
That's awesome. Okay.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the
Yeah,
world
happy face.
over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful.
I know.
I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Me too.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet,
yeah,
but I'm
that's fair.
sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Exactly.
Is
Yeah.
it broken? What's going on here?
Interesting.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if the... Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me
yes,
the content, Stanley.
I will do you, good sir. The jump circle. I can jump.
All right. Let's see. It's the jump circle.
I can jump. Oh, I only have a certain amount of jumps. I'm gonna go all the way, guys. Three, 2, 1. And I can no longer jump. Was that it? That was the new content.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
Yeah. A jump circle where you only get
Another
36
elevator.
jumps.
Stanley,
That's ridiculous.
I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive.
Yeah.
It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And if... Oh, wait.
Oh,
There's more.
okay.
Very good.
Good.
Yes.
Okay.
I knew there had to be something else. Let's
Yeah.
see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Oh,
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what
40
happens
bucks
when
wasted.
greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap
ridiculous.
expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and
Oh
hold
yeah,
them
you
personally
better
accountable.
complain on Twitter, bro. That's
It's my fault, Stanley.
No.
I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It
It's
could
okay.
never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game?
Okay.
And we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about.
being confused as
No
hell.
frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Yeah, of course. Oh, I love him so much. I love him so much. Oh, this man, he's incredible. Okay. Oh, the dialogue is incredible. I love it. But yeah, that was it. Excuse me? Hello? Yeah, I'm supposed to walk through there. No, locked. Okay. Locked. Okay.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent.
I can crouch.
I want to show you something.
I'll go. Yeah, I'll go in the vent. I very much enjoy him, so yeah, I gotta go with him, of course. Oh. Coffee nut and a screwdriver. Interesting. Okay.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content
Yeah,
turned
yeah,
out
of
to
course.
be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be.
I wouldn't
So I
know.
made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it.
Is that
Just
why it's
our
laggy?
little secret. Take a look.
Ooh. Oh,
I
wow.
call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences
The Memory
like the launch
Zone.
of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap Xbox port? Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something.
It's concerning that it knows it's an Xbox. That's awesome. I love that. Interesting. This is very unique. Good times. Just pictures. Awesome. Still great times. That's my dog. The Stanley Parable demonstration. Okay, so that was the demo version. Unachievable. It is impossible to get this achievement. We'll see about that. I'm not much of an achievement getter, but we'll see. Oh, there's dead me. Stanley Parable deals tough choices.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com.
Oh my.
James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's
Yes.
how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all
Okay.
of them, and now it's nothing.
Well, I
It's
wouldn't
no games
say
at
nothing.
all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
New elevator content, yes. I'm sorry, but he's right, guys. Original? What's down here? What's in maintenance? Memory zone maintenance, right? Can't check that out, apparently. Ooh. Person of the year. That kind of looks a lot like Stan. Oh, the buttons. Security camera button? What's up there? I'm just all over the place, guys. Red and blue door. How could I forget, right? That's, oh my god. I got a 10.
Need anything else.
Oh my god.
It didn't need new content. All they had to do was transport it in pristine condition along to the Xbox. Boom, done. And they couldn't even do that. Couldn't resist the urge to go meddling with a beloved franchise.
Why you hating on Xbox, my guy? There's nothing wrong with Xbox. I don't care what anyone says. Xbox is pretty good. I do like the PS4 controller better because it's skinnier. This one's it's Xbox controller. You have to admit it's a bit bulky, but you can't there's nothing wrong with Xbox. Okay, I'm gonna rant a little bit. Like, console wars are mainly because of people who, like, I grew up on Xbox, so like someone who also grew up on Xbox typically likes to hate on someone who grew up on PS4 because they both were so a person adapted to PS4 and a person adapted to Xbox. They have very different like views on how a console should be, right? So that's like 99% of the people who contribute to console wars, right? Yeah, that was my little rant. Sorry, I gotta start recording again, but we're fine. All right, interesting. Can I move these boxes? Is that possible? I can't jump, so do I go back? I go back. Okay.
These were simpler times, Stanley.
Oh.
What I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
Pressurized?
Oh,
Is that
no.
what I'm
Oh, God,
reading?
no, Stanley. It's a collection of reviews from Pressurized Gas, the
Oh.
extremely popular online storefront for computer games.
Oh no.
I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Oh no.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny!
Okay.
I'm not trying to be funny.
Hi.
I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights
Exactly.
that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Exactly. The game's already incredible, my guy. You don't need to. You don't listen to these people. They don't know what they're talking about. This is ridiculous. You're not unfunny. Is that even a word? I don't know. It's gonna pop up on the screen now.
Let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy?
Oh,
Stanley?
God.
I'm not preachy, am I?
No, of course not.
You can tell me
Don't
if I'm preachy.
fall.
Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. I always, well, to be honest, I had
2016.
always
Oh, bro,
thought of the
come
game's
on.
dialogue
You can't
as
listen
being
to
rather
something that's
terse to begin with. You can't know how much
6
fluff I
years
cut
old.
from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it, well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure.
No.
Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
You can never please everybody, my guy. That's the thing, though. You'll never be able to please everybody. That's literally impossible.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button?
A skip button.
Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly
Skip
too
button?
preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt.
Exactly.
Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record.
Exactly.
Only positive reviews of the Stanley
Okay.
Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Alrighty then. Sounds good. We get a skip button.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's
There
what
we
the
go.
players have been asking for. And
Exactly.
I'm very proud to have delivered.
Thank
no
you.
No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No. The
Never.
Stanley
No,
Parable
yeah.
is a game for the people.
As
And
it
if
should
the people
be.
want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here,
Well, no,
we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this. The story, and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so, now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet, no, until 245. That the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to
Okay.
manufacture. It went...
Hi.
Oh, you're back, you see.
Hi.
You were only frozen in time for a few
There we
minutes.
go.
But it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes
go. What
and
time
lengthy
is it?
ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course,
Just
I
after
happen
one,
to believe
okay.
it was perhaps one of my more profound
Okay.
such ruminations. Well, there's sport. You really did catch me rambling on a
10
bit,
minutes.
didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to
I
go
know,
off
I
on a
realize.
thoughtless display of self-absorption,
Yeah.
it's right. Okay, welcome back, Stanley.
Hi.
Now, I should say that the amount of time the button
Oh.
has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer.
That's-
That last one was, well, I want to say maybe
Yeah.
30, 45 minutes?
You're not wrong.
It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I
Fair
know,
enough.
it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again.
Yeah, about that.
Stanley!
Hi.
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been
Oh my
12
God.
hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer. And my God, there's
Well,
no
I
way out
can't
of the
leave.
room.
Wait, can
Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone.
I? Yeah.
I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times. And there's no
door.
Stanley. There's no door. There's just you and the button.
Okay.
And if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen.
That's the
I
point.
have Oh, Stanley, you're back.
Hi.
You're
Oh,
back.
God.
Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again.
How long was I
Stanley,
gone?
I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing.
That's about right.
Would you think that it's exactly the same as always?
Well, not exactly,
Doesn't
because
that
you're talking
feel
to
like
nobody.
what we've
At least I
already been
can
doing?
hear you.
Me just talking? But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all. It isn't even close. Because I know you can't hear me once you push that button. Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome.
Oh, God.
I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping
how much?
track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities.
Oh my
I
God.
felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley. Days, months. I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo the past. And when that feeling had begun to subside,
That is for... How long has it been? It's been multiple years now. Hello? Narrator? Narrator? Is this a door? No. Narrator. Hey? What's happening? What happened? Lock's broken. Stop that beeping. Oh my god.
But they didn't understand
Oh.
the game was never
Okay.
meant to be funny. It was
Okay,
meant to have
not
a
dead.
point. It was meant to speak
Guys,
to the
okay.
human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their
Narrator.
pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability, it's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words of
Okay.
their...
Sorry I haven't been doing a lot of talking. It's been a lot of narration going on over here. This one's been pretty quiet on my end. I'm sorry.
The end is never the end, 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 is never the end.
Okay, so that's where that comes from. What's happening? Like, nothing's changing. He's supposedly still alive. I mean, he hasn't talked this round, so... Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. The roof has collapsed on itself. It has been... Oh, it must have... Oh, it's been decades, hasn't it? Maybe even centuries. Who knows? Oh god. That is slightly terrifying. There's nothing I can do. I have to press it again. Oh, vegetation has grown. That doesn't take forever to grow out of concrete or anything, guys. Yeah, I haven't been here for centuries. Oh god. What is happening? What is happening? What is happening? The vegetation is all dead now. Guys, what is happening? Narrator's dead, 100%. He's no longer with us. This is ridiculous. What was that? What in the hell was that? Oh god. Oh god. Oh my house. Oh my god. I'm free. Oh god. Oh no. Do I press the button again? Can I press the button again? Nope. I'm stuck here. What happened? So, Stanley was just in a wasteland of Earth, or what remained of Earth, I guess? Because I must have skipped like centuries, millennia maybe, I don't freaking know. Because it went from like maybe 2 minutes to 5 minutes to 10 minutes to a week. No, to 12 hours, to a week or two, and then to... must have been a year. Yeah, he said a year, and then must have been multiple years, then half a century, then centuries. And how many times did I press that goddamn button? It must have, like... I can't say it doubled because it went from an hour to 12 hours to a week, right? So that didn't make any sense, but still, oh my god. Okay, well that's enough. I'm good. That's plenty. That's plenty for today. Alrighty tighty. Sorry for all of the family disturbances that happened. People are wondering what I'm doing talking to myself. And the game, I guess. But still, yeah. And the dog barking, he's just playing. Don't worry. He's a good boy. Don't you worry. But yeah, that's enough for me. From me, not for me. That's not enough for me. I need to play this game so much more. But yeah, that's enough from me for now. There we go. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, subscribe, and remember to hit that bell. And I hope I see you all next time. Bye-bye!